Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall is a couple of minutes away from 11 o'clock on Wednesday night. Back with a plethora of stuff for tomorrow. We have not as many at Cheltenham. I looked at 5 of the races. I left the last 2 out. I hadn't an opinion on them. And a couple at Ripon and 1 in Ireland. We kept our head above water today. Something similar all week. But a couple of winners and a couple of places. The first one that I'll go through them as I'm written down here are Sue Eagle. There was a lot of money for that overnight. It was, but it's easy. The exchanges are volatile enough. It was 3-1 this morning, 7-2. Then it drifted out to 7s and 8s again, and then it was late money for it, 4-1. We got our each way money back. It didn't seem to be fit enough or not on the ball at all today as normal. So we'll watch that where it runs again. There's a race in it, but I wouldn't be getting totally carried away with it. The next one I've written down is Pony Soprano. The Skeletons. It didn't stay. It looked threatening and shortened in price and running, but don't know what I believe in that. Cheltenham, we got off to a great start. Jacks Jr. There was 11-2 last night. It was 5s this morning. A lot of money for it all day. Always happy enough in the position of the race. O'Moore Park was the only danger from a long way out. The other one, Malcolm Denmark's horse I mentioned last night, 8-year-olds, like they can't be improving, sort of going handicapping at 8 years of age. I can't know how they can't get there when they're 6. Jacks Jr. done it well. I did say last night that the most likely winner of the next race was East India Express. I thought that really and truthfully, pun intended, I tipped that one, but it threatened halfway through. There was a lot of money for that last night too, but done no good. They were a daisy of a winner, second time in what, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days. 13-2 the other day and 15-2 today, risking the ground. Always looked and travelled well, cruised along nicely, similar to the last day. It's entered again in Plumpton at the weekend. I said they could, there's a 25k pot. There was 40 grand out of that today, so he's 50,000 ahead. Well, a bit less because Willie had a place or two there today. So it'll be interesting to see how things go. He's a couple of live chances tomorrow, Willie. He could actually be level tomorrow night. Jumping Jet ran 6th. It's a plodder, probably needs 4 mile or that long race out in Czechoslovakia. Mr. Hope Street. I thought it was between the two of them, the winner and long draw on him. I'd done a reverse forecast, but first and third. And High Mac then, that would put us, me as well, in nice profit for the day. Went 6-7-1 on in running. Looked all over a winner. I don't know what sort of happened when the people made the sort of a small big burst before the second last. And he sort of was very slow into it. And rallied again. The fact that he won over 3.5 mile last year, this was 3-2. But he had used a lot of petrol to get rid of Marauder. And the other one was waiting in the long grass for us then. So then we had Liverpool Knight. That finished 5th. We're paying 5 places at 16-1. Came from a long way back, was last for a lot of the way. We'll keep that in mind. Be interested to see whether they ever go to Market Raisin for that summer hurdle is 2 miles 5, isn't it? It'll be suitable to the way it ran today. So on to tomorrow. I've Ripon here in front of me. We have a bus horse in front of us, number 1, called the Outlaw. 3-year-old carrying top weight. It's 3-year-old only race. It won the last time for us, hosed up, but it tipped up at 7-4. I think it won money on 4-5. Got a good break from the stalls. That's it out in front as we pick it up on the turn for home.
And with those Miniloni, it's still the Outlaw who shows up here, toughing it out. Furlong left to go. The Outlaw's found a bit more. Goes on again from Northwest Passage. Staying on pretty strongly. Squire's Treaty down the stand side might take him into second place, but no match for the Outlaw, who runs away with this convincingly. The Outlaw beats Squire's.
He's up. That was off 60. What was that? It's up to 74. 67, wasn't it? 67, up £7. He has 2 wins on the Goo, but all horses were born on grass, so there shouldn't be a problem transferring that back to a good surface. I wouldn't like to see it too wet. Last Chammerdale for Jack Shannon won over 7 the last time on the Goo in Wolverhampton. It's interesting to see Warren Gatrix running one here by Invincible Army. There's another, the Cock. There's what is the Cock of the North? Cock of the North. I couldn't make head nor tail of it. There's a race here at over 6 furlongs. This has been won 2 out of the last 4 years by Fortimore, hasn't it? Or 2 out of the last 3. 2 out of the last 3 years. As a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old. Now a 9-year-old. Not being ageist. Mr. Wago is 10. Fortimore is 9. Abrahama Gold is 8. Corn Gorov 7. Wob 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 7. And Dakota Gold 11. I was looking to see was there anything of the younger brigade that might cause a bit of a stir. I came up with American Bay for Paul Midgley. By New Bay as well. Just be with the Charlton family, and it had a pipe opener here at a big price in Wolverhampton, and it's a sort of handbrake job as well, as we'll see. And he wasn't too busy on him, and he wasn't too hard on him, so I could have brought him on.
Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
At the entrance to the home straight, then Rebel Path making the best of its way home. Jungle Land comes to challenge. American Bay, and then up the running rail is Ziggy's Condor. Behind those Twilight Romance running on a bit in the closing stages, and look at Supreme King right down the outside. Jungle Land has the advantage as they race towards the line and wins. Jungle Land very tight second, Supreme King up on the outside of Rebel.
Neither of them broke too much sweat there. It's a big enough price. I just thought it might be worth a punt each way. Let's see what price is it. 12-1. Paying 4 places. There's a handicap hurling Clonmel tomorrow evening. 2 miles 1. Party president hosed up the last. Well, no, it didn't hose up. It won in Naas for the owner rider Adam Leahy, and there was no money for it. Well, I think it's 20s into 16s, which for a gambler man, Tony Mullins. If the fancied it, you'd imagine to be more dash taken out of the wheelbarrow for it. Handbrake on there, bet 42 lengths, 88 and 56. Hard to know. It was a decent enough race. It's up £7. But I think it's between that one and Party Dress. I thought Party Dress each way for William McCreary. Looks like it's a bit of a plot job. It won a maiden hurdle in Thurles, and there was money for, I think, just 10s into 3s that day. It won't be a short head, and it was wide, but it was gutty. Then it had a pipe opener or whatever. That was last November, there in March. Ran well enough behind Leinster. Weren't too busy on it either. I thought maybe back at each way, maybe a reverse forecast with the party president on to Cheltenham. I thought at a great price for this horse earlier on. St. Lucia. It opened up 11-4. It's gone money on. Wheelbarrows emptied in on top of it for Willie Mullins. I can't change my mind because I'd written down I was having it as the nap of the day. This was all over a big talking horse when I went for the Dublin Racing Festival, but there was something wrong with it that day. It came back, there was excuses for it, bloods weren't right or something. I was told after that race to not to give up on it, and it was 8th, and they weren't too busy on it in the Triumph Hurl. It's top weight, but it's you'd imagine the handbrake will be off tomorrow, trying to win what, nearly 23,000. The price could double him. Anyone that says it's too short could double him with that bus horse, the Outlaw. Sort of two shorties. On to the next one. This is another one that's 26,000. It's an all mares card tomorrow. 3 miles 1. I like the look of Coca Mademoiselle back in against her own sex. It was only 3 runs over fences and was second to Hometown Boy in a novice chase. It went off 6-4 favourite, but was 9 and 5, 5 and 8, 13. It was getting £13, but in a handicap it would have been getting 20. So only beaten ahead. We bet a good yardstick there. We've all been caught. Ran in Cheltenham then, and it ran a bit disappointing, I thought, that day. But ran well enough the last day on a trip too short. The extra distance will suit it. Back in Mayor Company. I thought that was that was my selection in that. Onto the 245. It's another final of a handicap hurl race, 2.5 mile. It was 8-1 the field there a while ago. Small bit of money for Jenna Dudairies. I think that's a good each way bet in it. It's rated 112. They won a bumper in But this was a good bumper run, first time out. Beta Caina. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes in the Mayor's Novice Hurl. It won in Taunton. But the step up in trip was the key to it, I thought, the last day. And she was as green as grass. And she had her ears pricked and she was looking around and she didn't know what to do. And I think there's big improvements in her.
Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Is coming back. Edna mode another one with a chance as they cross over the second last, and Caro Trezzi in there pitching as well. A long run before they get to the final flight, and Harry Cobden and Jenna Duderi trying to outrun the finish from Bella's Bridge and Gavin Sheehan, but she won't go away, and she's within about a length of a leader. Now switch to the inside as they move down the hill to the final flight. Jenna Duderi holding Bella's Bridge, running around at the flight quite badly, the favourite. She hit that, but she's too late clear from Bella's Bridge, and then Beninatas and Jenna Duderi. It's going to be her day today. She comes home to land the Oz. She didn't jump all that brilliantly, but she's managed to do it.
She was all over the shop there. Went left, went right. She was like a Weaver Beaver on them 50. You would think that she would have to be better than 112. First time cheek pieces might concentrate her mind more on what has to be done. So an each way bet on that. Mayor's Novice Chase, an Irish one trained by Henry de Bramhead, is the favourite. I thought as an each way play, another one with first time cheek pieces might be Georgie Girl. It's a 12-1 shot. If the dead 8 remain each way on this, I was when I was talking about if you look at it there in handicap hurl races, it was only 4.5 lengths behind Wudua, behind Altabelli. Only by night, New Order, 3 runs over. But this particular one here was in a listed, it was a listed race in Exeter. It beat Fun behind Kilbarry Saint and Only by Night. That's decent enough for him. 2 miles 1. Then stepped up in trip. And the last day then, it was too far off Range, who was rated 129. It was given at £1. Range is a decent sort. We were on it before when it bombed out in front and made all for, I think Willie Twisht was on it that day. It was a Dylan Johnson. I thought that was a sort of a lively each way bet at 12-1, isn't it? $12-1. If the dead 8 remain, be 3 places. Then we come to the Mayor's Novice race, listed affair. Willie Mullins has the favourite in this. It could be the old phrase, it could be anything. It's Saint Tartare, Danny in the bike. It hosed up in Limerick by 21 lengths over 2 miles after being third in Limerick at Christmas. And that horse Nastia, that ran recently and won by 25 lengths. So, and Nastia had been behind Earl of Entitlement, and Earl of Entitlement went on to win in Cheltenham. So that's solid form. It's just Willies, they're not just actually bombing before them. Jubilee Alpha, we won on it a couple of times before. That was sort of half fancied for the Mayor's Novice. But a horse that beat it and has beaten it, they've met 3 times, actually, these 2 horses. The first met in the Aintree Bumper. Behind Diva Luna. Jubilee Alpha was ahead of it that day. It met again it was 5th to Jubilee Alpha, but then in Cheltenham, when it went off 50-1, and it was at the back of the field all through. This is Jubilee Alpha here, and this is the one I'm on about, as we pick it up before the turn for home.
Second, Brendazarski now shaken up, then Karamoja. Jubilee Alpha's going on the improve, just in behind the gallop with Aurora Vega, then Venusian and Erebin Entitlement and Tor Overly, and heads a turn towards home, and it's Diva Luna in the black and orange, joined by 6.5 in the blue and yellow. Back in third is Caroline Bamboo, then came Jubilee Alpha and Erebin Entitlement and the ridden along Karamoja. Aurora Vega can't go on, Tor Overly trying to stay on a bit. They're racing down towards the final flight of hurdles, and it's 6.5 who travels strongly under Keith Donahue from Diva Luna. Erebin Entitlement now in third over the final flight. 6.5 landing with the lead, taken on laid down by Erebin Entitlement. Diva Luna to the far side, then Caroline Bamboo on the run towards the line. 6.5 trying to hold on, but here's Erebin Entitlement who finishes the better. Erebin Entitlement has won the Ryanair Mayor's Novice Hurdle, leading 6.5, clear from Diva.
It finished 5th, beaten Jubilee Alpha. So that being a 9-2 shot, I was saying back that each way and do a reverse forecast with Willie's horse. Willie's horse could actually stray this field tomorrow. I wouldn't be one bit shocked at all. But when you don't know how a horse is in form, was it rediverted from Fairy House or Punchestown to here to win the trainer's title? Was it always the plan here? It's hard to know. There's one at Newmarket tomorrow. I was trying to pick something, I went through the last of them. There was a couple of impressive ones. Balding and Johnny G are on fire, and the money was down for them lately, so keep an eye on them too. And the French horse as well today was well backed. So besides me guessing at night when I don't know how fit horses are, I'm leaving it to follow the market until we settle in to the flat season. First run for Robert Cowell, Ryan Moore. I think it's Ryan Moore's first ride for Robert Cowell, is the XO. It's rated 93, but it used to be with John Ryan. And it was one off Munis Novice, Maiden, and then one off 80. It was up to 94. It actually ran in the Commonwealth in 2023 at 80-1. Beat a couple of home, but the fact that it was rated 104. It has come back down the ratings, and it ran 90 in October. Has moved yards. The fact that he has put Ryan Moore up is sort of positive, isn't it? And it's only a 5-year-old. I thought that's all I could find tomorrow there at Newmarket. Just 5s on the exchanges earlier. Now, it could be as fair out as the lighthouse, but that's me. I'll spend the next hour now at Lingfield for the all-weather on Friday and see what we can do. So bash the bookies over and out.